because I go to all the practices as much as I can, drive from Flint, Michigan, and I make sure that my voice is heard there. So they tried to get together, like you said. They went to the playoffs, obviously almost 10 years in a row. Never happened. Went over the hump once, 2005, went to the Super Bowl. Played against the New England Patriots, the team we just played here not even a week ago, and we fell short. So I just felt that we got to do better. Got to do better. All right. So, and ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the Wait a Minute Show with your host, Jelani J.B. Bodie, and I got fan extraordinaire, Eagles fan extraordinaire, Gerard Timms, a.k.a. GT, with me tonight. And here is one of the big reasons why I got Mr. Timms on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all this was going to be good. This brother right here, to show you how much this brother believes, before the season started, Mr. Timms, yes, went and got a tattoo on his body that said, so he had the Super Bowl 52 logo, and it said Philadelphia Eagles 2018. This brother called it before the season even started. So my first question with that is, friends and family, how are they looking at you? What were their reactions to you when you showed up with this tattoo and they just like, what? 2018? We ain't even played yet, bro. I can tell you right now, it was so bad. Right off the bat. They couldn't believe it. They already know that I'm crazy and wild. That's just me. But I love my Eagles, and I'm a diehard. I saw the pickups. I believe in Carson Wentz right off the bat. I really thought we were going to get there the first year, but we fell short. The second year with Carson Wentz, I knew it. I said, you know what? I love work. I promise you, I just felt some way. I love work. Wasn't drinking. Love work. Picked up my daughter. Wasn't drinking, baby. Picked up my daughter. I said, my youngest, I had to pick up my oldest, my 8-year-old. I said, look, you can play YouTube on my phone. Daddy's finna get this tattoo. She didn't believe me. We got it on tape. I laid down. My wife tried to speed race to come catch me because she was like, don't put the year. She already knew I was going to put the year because I love my team. Let's get that straight. I've been a diehard Eagle fan for so long, and I felt some type of way. And the first thing he did, my tattoo artist, his name is Tim Legendary, Flint, Michigan, baby. He put that on, and he put the 2018 right off the bat, Philadelphia Eagles champion. And that was it. I had it on there May 16th. May 16th, 2017 is when I put that on there. So, he had even before OTAs or anything started. Yes. Yes. Oh. Yes. And the internet went crazy. I mean, I'm not on social media, but I had so many people on YouTube, and, I got a lot of friends and family that's on social media. They saw that, and all the Philadelphia fans went bananas. Well, they were so pissed. What was one thing that stuck out that they said to you? Well, I had one guy, he don't need no introduction. If you look on YouTube, he's very popular, EDP. Mm-hmm. You can look him up. He's on there. To me, he's not a real Philly fan. You can mark that. You can show him that. You can play this. He's not. He bashed the team before they even play. He bashed the team even after they play. I don't do that. If I have to bash my team, trust me, I know that they did bad. He bashed the team because he expects failure. I don't. I'm a supervisor, and I don't expect failure out of my operator, so I don't expect failure out of my Philadelphia Eagles, ever. So what stuck out is that he wanted me shot. He wanted me dead. He wanted me laying in my pool of blood. It was just bad. It was very bad. Wow. So, yeah, it was tough. And, I mean, like I said, you can look it up. That's what he said to me. And I have yet got an apology since then. I don't even care if I do or not because I proved everybody wrong. I got the tattoo, and we won. We won it. And I got it in May. Whew. And you're right. Y'all won. And run in spectacular fashion. So that leads me into my next question. This whole play that they call
the Philly special. And I can tell you, let me tell you my reaction, because I want to get your reaction, to the Philly special. I thought it was just like the moment, as far as like in the entire game, no matter what else happened up to that point, right. The moment, because I looked at it as Tom Brady had just dropped a wide open pass not too long ago. And for them to run that play and to trust on 4th and 1 and trust Trey Burton. I don't care he played quarterback in college or anything like that, but to trust him to run that play, because we've seen people overthrow, or they get, too amped up, and they throw it in the dirt or something like that. But for them to run that play and execute it the way they did, I just sat in front of the TV. Obviously, I'm not an Eagles fan or a Patriots fan. I'm a Lions fan, but I just sat there, and at that point, I was a football fan because I said, wow, that took some guts. And they are here to win. That's what I said. They are here to win. They're not playing around. So what was your reaction to the Philly special?
I tell you what, my reaction was, couldn't believe it. All I saw is that it's 4th and 1. I'm so used to Doug Peterson going for it on 4th down. So used to it. But this was a critical point in the game. Very critical. So when I saw Nick Foles act as if he wanted to call an audible, but ran out and touched Lane Johnson and called some type of fake audible and then hiked the ball, completely shocked me. It caught me off guard, okay? And then Nick Foles ran, did a little seam round, a little out, caught the ball wide open, scored a touchdown, drove me insane. You have no clue what it did for me. I was almost in tears. I couldn't believe it. So, like you said previously, Tom Brady did the same thing. He came up short, couldn't catch the ball because he's not athletic. He's nothing like Nick Foles. A backup quarterback went in and beat the best team that's supposedly right. And looked good. Looked great. Not good, great.
Yeah. I mean, that play they ran, that's normally what New England does to everybody, and they got it done to them.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you listen to the Wait a Minute show. Again, my special guest, Gerard Timms, a.k.a. GT, Philly fan extraordinaire. So the game is coming down. You guys are up by 8 points. And I called it a Michigan on Michigan, crime when Brandon Graham got that strip sack on Brady, and so they scored a field goal. Now they're up by 8, and we all know how that works with Brady driving down the field. When he made that last attempt, and it was heading for the end zone. Tell me, what were your emotions? From the time that Brady let that ball go to the point to where it hit the ground, and you just saw all zeros. On the clock, and it was reality that the Eagles were Super Bowl champions.
Well, I'll tell you what, when that last play happened and Brady threw, he dropped back, and I had no clue, because Brady's Brady. I got to give credit where credit due. Michigan, tough, he's a bad boy. He cocked back to throw that ball, and all I saw was a hand knock that ball down, and I thought it was Chris Long, because Chris Long, that's what he does.
Right.
The BG, Brandon Graham, Michigan, baby, came out of nowhere, knocked that ball down. I'll tell you what, I went through the roof. I didn't even know we recovered the ball. That's how crazy I went after I saw that ball fall, because I know the Eagles was hungry. We're hungry. We're thirsty. But knowing the referees, they would have blew it dead as if it was an incomplete pass. But luckily, we got lucky finally. They didn't do it. They called it a fumble. And we grabbed the ball. We took it. Derek Burnett, he grabbed it and ran. So I went out of my mind. But until I saw those zeros, I shut up for a minute. And when I saw the zeros, I promise you exactly what I did. I jumped. I took my shirt off. It was almost 3 inches of snow outside. I ran out of my eagle's nest and jumped dead in snow, and I did snow angels. Shirtless with snow angels. and almost froze to death, but I didn't care. It was worth it.
It was worth it.
Promise you, it was worth it.
It was worth it. I bet it was.
It was worth it, man.
So I'm gonna get you out of here on this last question. So obviously the team won the Super Bowl, and you said previously, you've been to a bunch of their practices, there, and you make the drive. So you went to the parade, right?
Yes, I did. Went to the parade. Yes, I did.
Okay, so how was the parade? I know that's probably a silly question, but how was the parade? Right. And what moment, or if there was one moment during that parade that stuck out to you?
Oh, my God. That parade, I'll tell you what stuck out for me is soon as I arrived, not even to the hotel room, that I couldn't even pull in my own hotel room that I paid for. That right there showed me, and I didn't care. Most people will lose their mind because you can't get a parking spot. I didn't care. And I looked Eagle fans in the middle of a street that's almost like a mini highway, Broad Street. Insane. It was insane. So then when I finally had to park in the middle of the highway, almost like a turning lane, got out the car, everybody completely showed love. It was just the best feeling. You would think that I lived in Philadelphia. That's how much it felt. It felt so good to see all the fans. And then one moment is just, I had a few people even come up to say, "Hey, aren't you the one that got the tattoo?" I mean, all these people, I actually had somebody look at me and tell me, "Dude, ain't you the one that got the tattoo? Said we're going to win the Super Bowl?" So it just meant so much to me. And then even though I couldn't get exactly what the parade was because it was over 3.2 million people there, it still felt as if I was right in front, right there with the Eagles. Because I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be right there until I'm 98 years old, if I'm blessed to live that long. I'm going to be the same. So it was awesome, man. It was almost awesome atmosphere for their first Super Bowl, and they deserve it. Yeah,
I said, I live here in Atlanta now, so I've been here almost 20 years in Atlanta. So, the Falcons become my second team. And so I did pick them against the Eagles. I made the mistake and I picked Minnesota because I really didn't think Minnesota was just going to get blown up the doors, off like they did. But I did tell people about Nick Foles. I said, the biggest thing about Nick Foles is just consistency. He can play.
Absolutely.
It's just he has to, when he's consistent, he's dangerous. It's just when he's not consistent, then he looks really bad. And I gave him credit. I said he got put in a really tough situation. He stepped up. He did what he needed to do, handle his business, and he took down the Eagles. I mean, he took down the Falcons, which was last year's Super Bowl participant. He took down, the Vikings, which had one of the top defenses, and he took down arguably a dynasty and a team that everyone didn't take,
Absolutely.
A team that everyone just said, "Oh, this is not going to be interesting." So I gave him credit. I gave Doug Peterson credit. People, laughed at him about being the coach. I said people, guys like Torrey Smith, Alshon Jeffrey, nobody wanted these guys. Nelson Aguilar, people were just talking about he's going to be out of the league because he can't get it done mentally. So it was just great to see him make those plays that he were making all season, but definitely in the Super Bowl stepping up, and his hands didn't betray him, and so it's a lot of storylines there. I mean, I can go on with LeGarrette Blount, and Chris Long coming from the Patriots over to the Eagles, Zach Ertz, Jason Kelce,
we gotta give it to him.
Yeah, y'all lost Jason Peters. Y'all lost a lot of guys. You lost Jordan Hicks.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks. And guys just stepped up. So I got to give credit where credit is due. You guys made me look like a fool, but I am glad, that someone as yourself that loves your team the way that you do, that you pulled it out and won. So congratulations to you, sir. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you for, spending a little time with us. And hey, next time we talk about the Eagles and everything, we'll get you back on here because
Absolutely.
you got your pulse on that team. So we know we can come to you and you